life. Welcome back into my life. Welcome back into my life. Give me your sweet like my baby. Wanna wake up in the morning seeing your face. Fine face girl and Nicki Minaj. She gotta be West and Eve of Africa. The way you walking left to the right. I welcome you girl into my life. I wanna make you feel so good, karai girl. My feet kalam ya bamba tai. Welcome back into my life. Welcome back into my life. Welcome me, God welcome me into your life. Jillareha, God lareha, nyalareha talk ehan karaya. Gan me dunga, kuje kama jalwa. Chukoda moy door, kachang me dunga. Kwata loy me mwene me tell me parje. Kwata loy me mwene me tell me parje. The way you walking, the way you talking, the way you hold me tight, no longer crazy. Welcome back into my life. Welcome back into my life. Welcome back into my life. Welcome back.
What up, my people? You guys are on, right? Alright, first let me say hi to a lot of you. This is going to be a short, quick live stream, so it's not going to be very long because I got to head to the studio in a little bit. I'm excited for the guest that we're going to have on Tempo AFRIC TV. So let me check your comments really quick and say hi. Let's see who's watching. So we're going to talk about fame and legendaries, okay? So I wanted to bring up this subject because I think a lot of people don't realize that in order to get fame and legendaries, it's more than what you think, okay? So that's the topic I'm going to touch on today. So let me go ahead and check, see who's online. I'm going to go ahead and stop the music. So, Peter Kong, beautiful queen. Hi, Peter. Welcome on. Welcome on. Victor Andrew. Hi, you look beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. It's hard to keep up with all of this, especially when you got to go from like left to right, you know? Lum John, hi. Hi. So, all right. Looks like we got a good amount of people to start this live stream. So as you guys can tell, the song that I just played is a new album released by Eliaso Clarion. Okay, he is one of the young youth that is trying to get out there. Okay, he is trying to make his talent be recognized. So I appreciate him for reaching out to me. Sorry, one of my guests is calling, but I'm going to call her back. So I truly appreciate him for reaching out to me because, like, sometimes you got to reach out. You got to learn to ask. You got to learn to reach out to people that you feel like can help you accomplish the things that you need, you know? And with me, myself, you know, I'm willing to help as much as I can. I'm willing to support as much as I can, you know? As long as you are serious and you are about growth, you know, because your gift and your talent are going to be something bigger than you tomorrow, okay? So with the music industry is a storytelling that inspire people, okay? And people uses that in their weddings or event. That's why music is so important, okay? Music is very important in people's life. Depending on what message you are using in your music, That's how you know your audience, who you're going to target, okay? If you're talking about politics, if you're talking about war in your music, okay, it's going to resonate with people that are in that category of politics, okay? But if you're talking about life, like daily struggle, whatever your story may be, or you're just using your own personal story of hardship and suffer, and you put that in your music, a lot of people will listen to that and find encouragement through that kind of music, okay? If you're talking about love, it will be played a lot in weddings, you know, or maybe just somebody that that is by themselves and they just need encouragement. They'll play a lot of that. So that's why I say music is very important in our human nature, okay? But another thing is very influential, okay? Music is what changed society, okay? It changes the society. So if you want to, for an artist, okay, an artist have to know where they stand at, okay? You have to know where you stand. What is the problem that is currently happening in your society, and how do you want to solve it, okay? Because through music, you could change that society through your music, okay? Like right now, in most of the countries, including South Sudan or Ethiopia or wherever, you know, Uganda, there's a lot of poverty, you know, as we've been talking about poverty lately. People are struggling with hardship, you know, like that picture we just posted of like the seasonal disaster, okay? If you recognize that problem, you want to sing about those things so people could find encouragement and more knowledge on how they can grow in those things, okay? So that's the most important part about music, okay? And also being brave enough to go out there and speak it. That's another important thing. It's not, anybody can be a musician, but it's really about how logic and how great you are at telling that story. That's the most important thing about music, okay? Now, the sound, the quality, your voice, everything is also important when it comes to like publication and media, okay? When it's very good enough that it attracts people, those are like the attention getter of your music, okay? People will be able to attract to it, even if they don't really care about what your lyrics are, especially like people who speak other languages, but maybe they don't understand what language you are speaking in your music. The tone, the melody, the quality of the sound, those things are important. It will attract other audience that are outside of your community and your circle. That's how you bring them in. And then once they get to know you and they get to recognize you, every time you have a release, they can't wait to see it, okay? They are anxious to see it. They are quick to run into, what do you have going on today, okay? And once that happens, then eventually they're gonna wanna hear your story, okay? Your story becomes your legacy, okay? That's where you become famous enough to become a legendary, okay? Now, I'm gonna break down the difference between fame and legendary, okay? Now, fame is like all of the people are in one spot, right? You see the pyramid? There's a pyramid. On top, there's a CEO, there's a worker, there's a middle class, and then there's all the people which are on the poverty line, okay? So all the people on the poverty line, depending on where they are mentally, psychologically, they are the people who are trying their best to compete with others. They are the working class. They are the audience, okay? And then as you reach up to become a CEO of your music or of your brand or your platform or whatever you want to do in this planet, okay? The people becomes the ones that gives you the fame, okay? Now, another thing I noticed, okay? Anybody wants to be famous, okay? Anybody wants to be famous because they think that when you become famous, like you'll have all the luxury, your life will be easier. You could buy fancy houses, you could buy fancy cars, and your children will live a happier life, okay? That's the mindset a lot of people go in, okay? And when you go in with that mindset and that intention, it is likely that you are not going to make it, okay? Unless it is a purpose, okay? So you want to go in with a purpose, not with the logic that you want to be famous, okay? Fame comes on its own, okay? When you follow purpose, fame will follow you, wealth will follow you, and also your health is very, very important, okay? Follow your purpose. Purpose is number one. Once you have a purpose, everything else will follow, including fame, okay? And once you accomplish your purpose and your job is done on earth, that's where you will be stand up as a legendary, okay? That's where you become a legend, okay? Somebody who is a legend is somebody who is well known enough behind their fame. Like Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela, those people are legends. They are the legends. Nobody can ever top their fame. King Solomon from the Bible, those are legends. People that are put in biblical, that have passed through every tribulation and that they have done their work just from the gladness of their heart. Those are the legends, okay? So, again, you want to go in with the mindset of having a purpose, okay? Fame will follow. Everything else will follow. Money will follow. Wealth will follow. Those will come to you, okay? There's a scripture that says, present your work in front of great men, okay? Now, who are the great men? So, the great men are people who have already become legends and they're still alive, okay? Now, those people are the people that just sits in their throne and they are good where they at and waiting to hear your story and what you're about to do, okay? Those are the people that make way for you to reach your ultimate of the purpose, okay? So whenever you have an idea, okay, whenever you have a brand or something you want to promote, you have to be really precise. You have to be really good at what you do and very confident in yourself and believe in yourself. So when you present it in front of the great men that you believe will help you, the deal is closed. Then they will help you, okay? So I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of my story. 4 years ago, I went to Morocco, okay? I've been traveling to Morocco back to back a little bit. This is where I got to meet some of the men that work in like World Bank, African Development, like the elites, you know, in the entrepreneur, in the business world, okay? One man believed in me, and he believed in me enough to know that he could mentor me and give me lessons and the tools that I need, okay? So it was a blessing. It was a blessing I never expected. I never asked. Like, we met in the air. We met in the clouds inside the airplane. I was coming back from Ethiopia. We went to Kenya, and then cut from Kenya to Egypt, and then from Egypt to Morocco. Okay, so it was a surprise. I never expected it. So the way I met this guy, the way I met this man, I didn't even know he was somebody big, you know? So I was getting off the plane and he's like, aren't you going to Morocco? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to Morocco. He's like, okay, so if you're going to Morocco, I don't think you want to get off here. And I was just like, dang, you saved my life. I could have got off in the wrong country, you know? And I had my 3 little ones with me. So it was a huge help, you know, and I saw him in the first class, and I'm just like, wait, weren't you the guy that came by and like say hi and gave my kids chocolates, you know? Yeah. But now you're sitting here in first class? I was like, oh, okay, cool, you know? So anyway, we got off in Morocco. So he decided to help us because we were going to be in Morocco for the whole day, you know? And decided to give us a hand and just kind of like, you know, take care of us for those few hours. So we passed through security like no questions, okay? He's a diplomat. We were passing through securities. We were passing through baggage claim. Like his bags, he had service. He had people, like even the security guy, like they just salute him. All you gotta do is just show him the diplomat passport. They don't even have to look in it, you know? And we just passed through. So anyway, as me and my kids, I was like, okay, you guys stay close. I don't know what's going on here, you know? And then we got outside, and then there was a limo waiting, and we got in the limo, okay? So as soon as we got into this mansion, you know, we got in, and that's where I stopped, and I was like, okay, you need to explain who you are. What kind of person are you, you know? And he's like, he laughed, you know? And so at that moment, I had no idea that I was walking with someone that could potentially end up helping me and becoming my investor, you know? And so, and you know, he was a kind-hearted person. Like, he had a good heart, you know? The maid or the cook or whatever took the kids, fed them. They went to play outside. I got to take a nap. Like, everything was all good, you know? So that was my moment that I had learned that, you know, when you are dealing with great men and they see some kind of talent in you, you know, those people will help you. They will help you, you know? It was his initiation to say, you know what, you have a talent. Like, why aren't you pushing it? Why aren't you doing much with it? Because at that time I wasn't pushing my designing career, you know? I kind of lost motivation and ambition, you know? So he's like, no, you need to get back on it. You need to get back on it, you know? You have so much potential. You are so talented. You can go far, especially if you are dreaming of helping people in Africa. I will help you. And that was it. That moment, everything just opened. The door just opened. It was up to me to walk in and take it, you know? So anyway, that was my short story. So I got caught up into tell you guys that. So I'm giving you guys this story so you guys understand that, you know, when you have a purpose in your heart, that everything else will follow. Like God will just open the heaven and bless you with blessing that you cannot contain. That is in the scripture, and that is his promise, you know? So every time something happens to me, I remember some kind of scripture, like it aligns, like the words that I am reading, I'm actually living it. It's manifesting, it's coming to life, okay? Now, so that's my advice to it. So to be famous, don't chase only after the fame. Chase after the purpose, okay? Then the fame will follow. Once you have accomplished that purpose and you have become a great man or a great woman, you will become a legendary, okay? To be a legendary is the time when you know that you have everything you need and you have a will. You have a will that you're willing to pass on to your children's. And those money that you pass on to the next generation, whoever you helped, okay? And also your children's, when they want to carry on your business or your legacy, okay? That will transfers on to them. So, let me check some comments. Let's see. James Miam, not bloody brilliant. Great people, Nilotic speakers. I'm watching in Denver. Shout out there. So yeah, follow your purpose. Follow your purpose. Anything you do, put God in it, okay? Because if you try to do it alone without God in what you do, you are more likely to run through more hurdles, more tribulation, more hard falls, okay? But I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because Jesus said it's not going to be easy, but it will be worth it, okay? It's not going to be easy. It'll be worth it. So you got to be strong. You got to have faith. Your faith has to be really strong. You have to truly believe in what you want to do, okay? And the other thing, stay out of drama. So you want to stay out of drama. You don't want drama, because drama will only give you setbacks, okay? It's good to like defend yourself and challenge others. You could do that, but just stay away from drama, like petty little things, you know? Especially when you have a great thing that you are about to do. Don't bring you down because of drama, okay? One thing I noticed in the music industry, because South Sudan, there is a lot of drama. I noticed some drama, but I just watch, you know? I just watch from afar, because I'm just like, I don't even know what's really going on. Like, why is somebody trying to be more entitled than the other, or the other person is trying to be better than the other, you know? You both have different stories, you know? You both have a different purpose, yeah. Whatever this person's story is, there's no need to have drama with that person because your story is different. You always have to carry yourself as different from others, different from the rest of the world. You have to be different because being different is what's going to get you far. But the moment you start looking at what the other person is doing, then you start comparing yourself and you start becoming like them, and then you're no longer who you are. You know, you start to leave who you are, and then tomorrow who's going to be you, right? So the whole entire thing just goes to a waste. Yeah. So I was staying for petty drama. So the drama that I am seeing in the music industry of North community, I've only joined in like a few months now, and I'm already seeing stuff, you know. So I would say, you know, those kind of drama, you don't want to be a part of it. You know, you want to be different. Follow your plan. Lay out your plan and focus on what you are going to do, because you are you. The other person tomorrow who's going to create this song is not going to be the same as your song, okay? Your song is different. It's always going to be original. It's always going to be you, okay? The other person's song is theirs. It's their original. Everything comes out differently. So it's just like a fingerprint, okay? Fingerprint. Everybody has a different pattern of a fingerprint. You have your own talent. Your talent is unique. It is you. Nobody else can ever take it from you. So that's it, class. Now I'm gonna head to the studio. We're gonna go live. One of my colleague is I will be interviewing them on their awareness of Let's Fight Endometriosis. So tune in live on that. It's gonna be at Tempo AFRIC TV. So, and then tomorrow join us live, because tomorrow it's gonna be all about music. Okay, especially with the new album by Eliasso Clarion, Nubian Queen. We're gonna air that. We're gonna debut that. And so join us live tomorrow on it, okay? Again, I appreciate all your support. Share this video. This message is very important to be heard, so share. Keep sharing this video. And if you have any questions, write your comments below, you know? I'm here, so I'm just being me. So anything I get involved in, I go in with a happy heart. So if somebody's doing great, I will share it. I will comment, I will do whatever. I'm just being me. I'm more of like a fun side person, you know, like whatever is exciting or interesting, I get entertained, you know, I really do. So, all right, now we're about to do our interview also. Shout out to K1. So K1, I hope you keep your word, because I started to notice people don't keep their word. So I hope you keep their word. I know we just had a test call video. So we're going to be recording his interview also in a little bit, and it will be aired on Monday, okay? If you guys don't see a video or any promo of K1 on this page, that's because it did not happen. But other than that, as soon as I put it out there later this evening, that's when you know the interview is done, and just wait for it. So, all right, ciao. Let me check before I go. Hello, comes the wise. Thank you so much for telling us the truth about the future. You're welcome. I'm all about encouragement and telling you guys things. So, all right. There's some who will listen, some who will not listen. So it's really up to you. All right. So take care. Much love.